Igor, she has 18 months left in Congress. What can we expect from her, especially now that we know that she might have nothing to lose in what she wants to go for?
I think really without a credible Democratic challenger, she's really open to pursuing most of her off-the-wall positions. She's got really no pressure on her for re-election, and I think that includes, statements like calling for the impeachment of President Obama, as she did, before the Capitol steps earlier this month, with much to the displeasure of Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell standing by her side. And I think she really exemplifies how obsessed Washington is with scandal mania, and the investigations into the IRS, into DOJ, and the supposed Benghazi cover-up, which never really existed. It exemplifies how it overshadows a lot of the positive economic stories we're seeing today. Two reports out yesterday about greater house prices, gaining in the rates of the house prices, and 31 months of straight job growth, record stock prices, deficits continue to fall.
No, let's talk more about that, because you make a really good point, Igor, because while Michele Bachmann has grabbed some of the headlines about the fact that she's not going to run for a fifth term, you bring up a great point about the recent economic news. Yesterday with the Dow closing at above 15,400, we see some receding today, if we can put up the current numbers, because I believe that we're still above 15,000, but the markets have given back a lot of the gains from yesterday. But Igor, you say that there really is this obsession we have in D.C. right now, talking about the IRS or Benghazi or even the DOJ scandal, but we're not talking about where we're moving economically as a country, but it is in a positive direction. We're bouncing back.
We are bouncing back. It's not complete yet. It's still a slow process of recovery. But what really it amounts to is a lack of focus on the real problems in Washington right now, policy problems. Congress and President Obama allowed the payroll tax cuts to expire earlier this year, which stripped about $700 worth of average household income for low-income Americans who don't have a voice really in Washington to lobby for them. The same thing for sequestration in March.
Right.
It's going to enact draconian budget cuts, even more later this year, to programs like Head Start, like Meals on Wheels, and as well, the nation's crumbling infrastructure really doesn't get much attention until, frankly, there's a disaster like the one in Washington State last week with a bridge collapse.